guys, welcome back to The Bright Side. Macy here, The Bright Side Girl, and today we're going to be doing my Randomathon Round 2 Flower themed TBR. In case you missed the announcement video, I will link it up in the cards for you guys. This is round 2 of Randomathon, which is my readathon that changes themes every time we do it. This next theme is flower themed. We're doing it one of two ways. We're doing books about flowers and plants and gardens and all that kind of fun stuff, or plants with flowers and gardens and vines and bugs on the cover. Or you can do a mix of the two. This readathon is running April 7th through April 20th. The hashtag is going to be hashtag Randomathon Flowers. I have all of the fun graphics. We have Instagram challenges. We have a giveaway. I have a total of 12 reading challenges for you. So you can pick and choose which ones you want to do, and then you can combine them all to create your Randomathon bouquet. So I have the flower challenges individual without the background when you download them on the graphics folder, which I'll link down below. And you can pick and choose and put them on your little bouquet once it is completed. You can do this easily in your Instagram stories, or you can do it through Canva or another editing app. It's much easier than it seems. I have a bouquet that has 3 stems and I have a bouquet that has 5 stems, so you can choose which size you want to do, and you can also do more than one if you want to complete all of the challenges. So we are also doing the readathon on Storygraph, which I will link the link for that down below in the description. I wasn't entirely sure how it was going to work, because the cool thing with Storygraph is that as you complete each reading challenge and you can put the books that you want to complete in there, it will tell you you're like 10% done, 20% done, and that's really fun. But I didn't want to do all 12 challenges because I know most of us are not going to complete them all. So I wasn't sure how we were still going to get a completed challenge without doing all 12, and I found a loophole. So I have 3 challenges that I have made the official challenges, and they're pretty easy. And then all the rest of the challenges I put as bonus challenges. So you can still complete them and put the books that you want to read and all of that stuff. But as long as you get the 3 main challenges, it will say you have a completed reading challenge. So that way it won't mess up like our stats. Storygraph is a great way to keep track of your stats with reading. It just is really cool. It compiles different things for you at the end of every month, and I've really been enjoying it. I'll link our Storygraph challenge down below in the description, but we're going to talk about the reading challenges next. So first I'm going to talk about the books that I want to do for the 3 main reading challenges, and then I have 3 other challenges that I would like to hit. A lot of these will hit multiple reading challenges, so if they do, I'll try and let you know. Alright, the first challenge that I want to hit that's official is Rose on the cover or title, and for that one I'm going to do The Rose Bargain by Sasha Payton Smith. I think this is a YA debut, I'm not entirely sure. This is the gorgeous Fairy Loot version that I just got in February's Fairy Loot, and I was so excited for it. However, the regular cover, which is very similar to the reverse dust jacket, has a bunch of roses on the cover, so it's extra pretty as well. In this one, we are in England in 1848. The season is officially open, and high society girls line up to bargain with the immortal Queen Morin for qualities that will win them suitors. A perfect smile for the loss of a finger, an exquisite talent for piano in exchange for one's happiest childhood memory. Lady Ivan Benton plans to use her bargain to uncover the truth about what happened to her beloved sister Lydia, whose mysterious disappearance and reappearance means the Benton family have been cast out by polite society. But instead, Ivy's season arrives with a shocking twist. The queen announces a competition to win the hand of her fae son, Bram, and marrying the prince is a prize that could save Ivy's family from ruin. So we kind of have like a Bridgerton fae situation. I am so excited for this one. It's been getting pretty good reviews so far as well. So we're using this one for Rose on the cover / title. All right, the next reading challenge that is an official challenge is going to be Has a Garden. I know this one's going to be a little bit trickier. I do have a books with a garden recommendation video that you can check out. I'll link up in the cards as well as down below in the description. I have quite a big list to share with you, so if you need some last minute recommendation, got you. So I'm going to do The Honey Witch by Sydney J. Shields. Again, this is the pretty Fairy Loot edition that a sweet friend sent me. This is an adult standalone cozy romance, and in this one we're following Marigold Claude. She's always preferred the company of the spirits of the meadow to any suitors who've tried to woo her. So when her grandmother whisks her away to the family cottage on the tiny isle of Innisfree with an offer to train her as the next Honey Witch, she accepts immediately. But her newfound magic and independence comes with a price. No one can fall in love with the Honey Witch. This is supposed to be a sweet, cozy, female romance fantasy. I am really excited to read it. This one will also fit the reading challenges, character with the name of a flower, and bug on the cover. as well as flowers on the cover. Speaking of flowers on the cover or title, which is the last official full challenge for the readathon, I'm doing Small Favors by Erin A. Craig. I love Erin A. Craig so much. House of Salt and Sorrows, House of Root and Ruin, 13th Child are some of my favorite books of all time. I've heard this one is not quite as good, but I'm going to find out for myself. The only book from her that I haven't read yet that is officially out. This one will also work for Bug on the cover because there's lots of bees. Look at this little honeycomb, so fun. Just the regular edition. This is a YA standalone. We're following Ellery Downing and she is waiting for something to happen. Life in isolated Amity Falls, surrounded by an impenetrable forest, has a predictable sameness. Her days are filled with tending to her family's beehives and chasing after her sisters and dreaming of bigger things, while her twin Samuel is free to roam as he wishes. Early settlers fought off monstrous creatures in the woods, and whispers that the creatures still exist keep the Downings and their neighbors from venturing too far. When some townsfolk go missing on a trip to fetch supplies, a heavy unease settles over the falls. Strange activities begin to plague the town, and as the seasons change, it's clear that something is terribly wrong. The creatures are real, and they are offering to fulfill the residents' deepest desires, however grand, for just a small favor. Again, it looks like we'll probably have like some fae in here. We'll see. Really, really pumped. Okay, then I have 3 other reading challenges that I would like to hit. I'm actually going to try to hit them all because a lot of them will cross over and you can double up on them if you want to. And you can use multiple books for multiple challenges. But we have Poisonous Plants. For that one, I want to do The Lost Apothecary. Also, this cover works for flowers on the cover. There's also a little bug on the cover down here with a little beetle. This is an adult standalone. Hidden in the depths of 18th century London, a secret apothecary shop caters to an unusual kind of clientele. Women across the city whisper of a mysterious figure named Nella who sells well-disguised poisons to use against the oppressive men in their lives. Nella's dark world is no place for her newest patron, a precocious 12-year-old girl named Eliza Fanning. But their unexpected bond sparks a string of consequences that echoes through the century. 200 years later, aspiring historian Caroline Parswell discovers an aged apothecary vial in the River Thame. As she is newly grappling with the searing betrayal of her husband's infidelity, a curious research project is exactly the distraction Caroline needs. But when she discovers a link between the vial and London's long unsolved apothecary murders, Caroline's upended present soon collides with an explosive history, binding her fate to Nella's and Eliza's in a stunning twist that transcends the barriers of time. Sounds incredible. Then we have Vines on the cover. For that one, I'm doing The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels. I talked about this in my flower themed book haul, which I will link up in the cards as well as down below in the description. But this one I actually started 3 years ago on a cruise. I was loving it, having the best time, but then the vacation got away from me and I never continued, and then I just never picked it back up even though I was really enjoying it, so I'm very excited. This is the first in an adult cozy trilogy. Very whimsical, very like silly and fun. So Cecilia Bassenwaite is the ideal Victorian lady. She is also a thief, like the other members of the Wisteria Society's crime sorority. She flies around England drinking tea, blackmailing her friends, and acquiring treasure by interesting means. Sure, she has a dark and traumatic past and an overbearing aunt, but all things considered, it's a pleasant existence until the men show up. Ned Lightbourne is a sometime assassin who is smitten with Cecilia from the moment they meet. Unfortunately, that happens to be because he's under direct orders to kill her. His employer, Captain Morvath, who possesses a Gothic abbey bristling with cannons and an unbridled hate for the world, intends to rid England of all its presumptuous women, starting with the Wisteria Society. Ned has plans of his own, but both men have made one grave mistake: never underestimate a woman. So there's like lady pirates in here, there's like flying houses. It is very like whimsical and kind of like gave me Mary Poppins vibes, honestly, with how strange it was at the beginning. But there's a fun romance in here. I'm not sure if it's spicy or not. It wasn't from what I had read. Who knows? I'm really, really pumped though to read this one for the readathon. And the last reading challenge I want to hit is character with a flower name. And for that one, I am choosing Wicked Like a Wildfire by Lena Popovic. So this one will also work for bug on the cover and flowers on the cover. And we've got some plant magic in here. All the women in Iris and Melina's family are born with a gleam, a unique way of manipulating beauty through magic. 17-year-old Iris sees flowers as fractals and turns her kaleidoscope visions into glasswork. Her twin sister Melina interprets moods as music, and their cold, distant mother Jasmina bakes scenery into decadent treats at her confectionery in the old town Kataro. Jasmina forbids Iris and Melina to share their gleams with anyone, and above all, she forbids them to fall in love. Being discovered could shatter the quiet lives they've built together in their tucked away seaside town. But Iris and Melina are tired of abiding by their mother's rules and rebel in secret whenever they can. I've heard this is amazing. It's part of a YA duology, lots of like plant magic and flowers, and it just sounds perfect. So like usual, we have reading graphics for your Instagram challenges. I have a Spotify flower themed music playlist. I have a few recommendation videos. I have a few recommendation reels and lots of other fun stuff to check out in the description in case you haven't already. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at The Bright Side Girl, as I host the majority of the readathon over there. I'll be doing a reading vlog and posting those later as well. But lots of like flower themed content. I have a lot of stuff that I want to cram in and I'm so pumped about it. So let me know if you plan on reading any of these books or if you have read them already. Don't forget to check out all of the good stuff down below in the description, and I will see you guys next time on The Bright Side.